Welcome back to our channel, Rare Coins Collections, another exciting episode where we dive deep into the world of rare coins. Today, we're going to explore an absolute gem in American numismatics, the Roosevelt silver dime from 1980 with a unique mint mark. You might have seen a Roosevelt dime before, but the one we're talking about today is a special edition with a surprising value, and it could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Stick with me as we unravel the story of this fascinating coin, its history, and its potential value. Let's start by talking about the coin itself. The Roosevelt dime is one of the most iconic coins in American currency, featuring the profile of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. He served during one of the most tumultuous periods in American history, through the Great Depression and World War II, and his image on this coin pays tribute to his legacy. The dime, which has a face value of just 10 cents, was first issued in 1946 to honor Roosevelt after his death. His strong leadership and pivotal role in shaping the country's future have made this coin highly recognizable. However, we're not just here to talk about any Roosevelt dime, we're focusing on the 1980 version with a unique mint mark. Now, you might be wondering, what makes a 1980 Roosevelt dime so special? After all, the Roosevelt dime series is quite widespread, and the 1980 coin is not exactly rare in itself. But there's something that makes certain 1980 dimes stand out in a major way, and that's the mint mark. In 1980, the U.S. Mint issued dimes from 3 different facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Most of the dimes from this year were struck in Philadelphia and Denver, but it's the San Francisco Mint that holds a special significance for collectors. Coins that were minted in San Francisco in 1980 were often made with a proof coinage process, and these proof versions were typically sold in sets. Proof coins are specially struck for collectors and have a distinctively sharp, mirror-like finish. They are not meant for general circulation, which is what makes them stand out from regular circulation coins. But what's even more intriguing is that some of the Roosevelt dimes from this year, especially the ones with a certain mint mark, were mistakenly included in circulation, which makes them even rarer. These coins were intended only for proof sets, but a small number were released into the public, making them highly sought after by collectors. That's where the magic happens. If you find a 1980 Roosevelt dime with the S mint mark in excellent condition, you may have just stumbled upon something incredibly valuable. So, how do you spot a valuable 1980 Roosevelt dime? First, check for the mint mark. The S mint mark on the reverse side of the coin, located right beneath the olive branch, indicates that the coin was struck at the San Francisco Mint. If you see an S mint mark, that's your first clue that you could be dealing with a rare coin. Next, you'll want to inspect the coin's condition. As I mentioned earlier, most of the 1980 dimes were circulated, so finding one in excellent condition is quite rare. Coins that have been in circulation for years often show signs of wear, such as scratches, fading, or discoloration. The more pristine the coin, the more valuable it is. A mint state or uncirculated coin can be worth a lot more than one that's been worn down. Keep an eye out for dimes that have been carefully stored or preserved in a protective casing, as these are typically in the best condition and fetch the highest prices. It's also important to note that a proof coin, even one with an S mint mark, can significantly increase in value compared to a regular circulation coin. Proof coins are often struck multiple times to ensure their high quality, and they feature a special finish that gives them a mirror-like shine. These coins are intended for collectors, so when one of them makes its way into circulation, it becomes even more valuable because of its rarity and condition. Another thing that adds to the value of a Roosevelt silver dime from 1980 is the fact that the coin contains silver. While not as much as the earlier dimes minted before 1965, which contained 90% silver, the 1980 dimes still contain a small percentage of silver, about 10%. This silver content adds a base level of intrinsic value to the coin, on top of its rarity and collector appeal. Now, let's talk about the market. Coins like the 1980 Roosevelt silver dime with the S mint mark are highly sought after by collectors, and the demand for these coins has been growing over the years. As with any rare collectible, the value of these coins fluctuates based on factors such as condition, rarity, and the overall market trends. However, one thing remains clear: these coins can be worth a lot more than their face value. So, what's the value of the 1980 Roosevelt dime with the S mint mark, especially if you find it in mint condition or with some unique features? Well, after years of collecting and trading, coins like this can fetch some jaw-dropping prices at auction or from collectors. Depending on the coin's grade, you could be looking at a value of up to $70,000. Yes, you heard that right, $70,000. If you happen to find one of these rare coins in your collection or come across one in a coin shop or at an estate sale, be sure to have it appraised. It could turn out to be a rare treasure worth far more than you ever expected. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to think about the significance of this coin. The Roosevelt silver dime is not just a piece of currency. It's a symbol of American history, artistry, and craftsmanship. From its design by John R. Cynic to its status as a tribute to a beloved president, it's a coin that tells a story. And when you add in the element of rarity, it becomes an even more valuable piece of American heritage. So, if you're a coin collector or just someone who enjoys discovering hidden treasures, keep an eye out for the 1980 Roosevelt silver dime with the S mint mark. Who knows? You might just be sitting on a small fortune. Today, we're diving into the fascinating story of a coin that's often overlooked, but could be worth a small fortune if you happen to have one stashed away. Yes, we're talking about the United States Roosevelt silver dime from 1977, and more specifically, the one with a unique mint mark. You won't believe just how much this little coin could be worth. Stay tuned to find out the incredible value of this rare piece of American history. Now, you may already be familiar with the Roosevelt dime. This iconic coin, which has been in circulation since 1946, is named after Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt was an important figure in American history, known for leading the country through the Great Depression and World War II. In 1946, just after his passing, the U.S. Mint decided to honor Roosevelt by putting his image on the dime, which had been previously occupied by the Mercury dime. The Roosevelt dime quickly became one of the most recognizable coins in American currency, and it continues to hold a special place in the hearts of collectors and history enthusiasts alike. But today, we're focusing on the Roosevelt dime from 1977, and this particular year holds a lot of significance in the world of numismatics. While the Roosevelt dime series is not generally considered rare, there's something about the 1977 version with a specific mint mark that sets it apart from the rest. The 1977 Roosevelt dime is often seen as a transitional coin, as it marked a period of relative stability in the U.S. economy after the tumult of the 1960s and early 1970s. However, its rarity and value today stem from a combination of factors, most notably its unique minting process. In 1977, dimes were minted in two primary locations, the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. Coins minted in Philadelphia are often marked with no mint mark at all, while those produced in Denver feature a D mint mark. But here's where things get interesting. The 1977 Roosevelt dime minted in San Francisco with the S mint mark is what makes this coin particularly special. Now, before you get confused, let me clarify, this mint mark isn't a mistake. In fact, the San Francisco Mint, known for producing proof coins, was responsible for producing a limited number of dimes in 1977. These coins were not intended for general circulation but were instead intended to be sold as part of proof sets. Proof coins are meticulously crafted, often struck multiple times with specially polished dies to create a highly detailed, mirror-like finish. These coins are typically not found in circulation, which makes any proof coin that sneaks into the public realm extremely valuable. In the case of the 1977 Roosevelt silver dime, a small number of them were mistakenly released into circulation, making them an incredibly rare find today. So, if you happen to come across one of these with the S mint mark, you could be holding a valuable treasure that's worth much more than its face value. Another thing that makes the 1977 Roosevelt silver dime worth paying attention to is its silver content. Now, Unlike the dimes minted after 1965, which contained a mixture of copper and nickel, the 1977 Roosevelt dime contains a significant amount of silver, about 90% silver to be exact. This gives the coin a base level of value beyond its historical significance and design. The silver content alone makes this coin worth more than the standard face value of 10 cents, especially when it's in excellent condition. But let's talk about what really makes this 1977 Roosevelt silver dime so valuable: condition. Like most coins, the state of preservation plays a huge role in its worth. Dimes that have been heavily circulated tend to be worn down, losing some of the crisp details and luster that make them so visually appealing. But here's the kicker: if you find a 1977 Roosevelt dime that has been carefully preserved, possibly even stored in a protective case or in uncirculated condition, you could have a coin that's worth far more than you might expect. Now, let's take a look at what makes a coin uncirculated. An uncirculated coin is one that has never been used in daily transactions and remains in pristine condition. These coins typically show no signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration. They retain their sharp details and often shine with a mirror-like finish, which is a hallmark of proof coins. If you find a 1977 Roosevelt dime with an S mint mark that's in uncirculated condition, you're looking at something truly special. But what happens when you have one of these rare 1977 Roosevelt silver dimes with the S mint mark in excellent condition? Well, that's where things get exciting. Coins like this are highly sought after by collectors, and as the demand for rare coins continues to rise, the value of these pieces also increases. With the rise of online auction platforms and numismatic marketplaces, these rare coins are being traded for much higher prices than most people would expect. Now, for the moment you've been waiting for: just how much could a 1977 Roosevelt silver dime with an S mint mark be worth? Well, depending on its condition and other factors, such as its rarity in the market at the time, it could be worth a staggering $80,000. Yes, you heard that right, $80,000. That's a pretty incredible amount of money for a coin that was originally worth just 10 cents. So, if you've got a collection of coins or happen to find a 1977 Roosevelt silver dime with the S mint mark, don't just assume it's worth a few dollars. It could be a hidden treasure worth far more than you ever imagined. It's always a good idea to have rare coins like this appraised by a professional to get an accurate idea of their current market value. In conclusion, the 1977 Roosevelt silver dime is a true gem in the world of coin collecting. Its rarity, silver content, and unique mint mark make it a coin that's highly coveted by collectors and numismatists alike. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just starting to explore the world of rare coins, this is one coin you definitely don't want to overlook. So, keep your eyes peeled for that S mint mark, because you could be holding on to a valuable piece of American history, and if it's in excellent condition, it might just be worth $80,000. Today, we're diving into the world of rare and valuable U.S. coins, and trust me, you're in for a treat. We'll be talking about one of the most interesting and often overlooked dimes in American numismatics, the United States Roosevelt silver dime from 1994 with a unique mint mark. If you've ever wondered how much a small, seemingly ordinary coin like a dime could be worth, you're about to find out. Stay tuned to the end, and I'll reveal just how much this particular coin could fetch on the market today. The Roosevelt dime series is one of the most well-known and beloved coin designs in the United States. Featuring the portrait of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the U.S., this coin has been in circulation since 1946. Roosevelt, who led the country through the Great Depression and most of World War II, is honored on this coin to commemorate his legacy and his role in shaping the nation. The Roosevelt dime has a face value of just 10 cents, but over the years, it has become more than just a functional piece of currency. It represents an important chapter in American history, making it a highly collectible coin. But what makes the 1994 Roosevelt silver dime particularly intriguing? Well, while the Roosevelt dime series itself is widespread and generally not considered rare, the 1994 edition with a specific mint mark is one that's worth paying attention to. Coins minted in 1994 came from a few different U.S. mint locations, namely Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each of these mints had a distinct role in producing coins that would end up in circulation or special coin sets, and this is where the value begins to separate the regular dimes from the ones that are truly rare. The 1994 Roosevelt dime minted in San Francisco with the S mint mark is where the story gets exciting. This mint mark indicates that the coin was produced at the San Francisco Mint, which is well known for its proof coin production. Proof coins are different from regular circulation coins in that they are specially struck with polished dies and are intended for collectors. These proof coins have a mirror-like finish and sharp, detailed designs that set them apart from everyday circulating currency. They are often sold in sets by the U.S. Mint and are not meant for general circulation. But here's the catch. Some of these 1994 proof dimes with the S mint mark somehow ended up in circulation, which makes them incredibly rare today. While the San Francisco Mint typically produces proof coins that are carefully handled and stored, a few of these dimes made their way into the pockets of unsuspecting people. This mistake, however, led to the creation of a valuable find for coin collectors. So how can you identify a 1994 Roosevelt silver dime with the S mint mark? It's actually quite simple. On the reverse side of the coin, below the olive branch and near the bottom of the coin, you'll see a small S mint mark. If you find one with this mint mark, you may have just found something truly special. However, it's not just the mint mark that matters, it's the condition of the coin that plays a huge role in determining its value. Coins that have been in circulation often show signs of wear, like scratches, discoloration, or fading. A coin that's been worn down by years of use can significantly decrease in value compared to a coin that's been carefully stored and remains in pristine condition. When it comes to the 1994 Roosevelt silver dime, the most valuable examples are those that have been kept in uncirculated condition. Uncirculated coins are those that have never been used in day-to-day transactions, and they still retain all of their original luster and detail. These coins are often stored in protective cases or sent straight to professional coin graders to ensure their value is maintained. If you find a 1994 Roosevelt silver dime with the S mint mark in excellent condition, you could be sitting on a valuable piece of history. But what makes this coin even more intriguing is its silver content. Unlike the dimes minted after 1965, which were made of a copper-nickel alloy, the 1994 Roosevelt dime contains 90% silver. This gives the coin intrinsic value, as the silver content alone is worth more than the face value of the coin. While silver prices fluctuate over time, the silver content of the 1994 Roosevelt silver dime adds to its desirability among collectors, as it holds both historical and precious metal value. Now that we've talked about how to identify a valuable 1994 Roosevelt silver dime, let's move on to the really exciting part, the coin's actual worth. You might be wondering, how much could a 1994 Roosevelt dime with the S mint mark really be worth? Well, here's where things get interesting. The value of a coin depends on a number of factors, including its condition, rarity, and demand in the marketplace. While a regular 1994 Roosevelt dime is worth just 10 cents, a well-preserved proof coin with the S mint mark can fetch a much higher price, often thousands of dollars if it's in excellent condition. But here's the real kicker. If you happen to have one of these rare 1994 Roosevelt silver dimes with the S mint mark in uncirculated condition or with unique features, it could be worth an incredible $50,000. Yes, you heard that right, $50,000 for a single dime. That's an absolutely astonishing amount of money for a coin that was originally worth just 10 cents. Now, you might be thinking, how is that even possible? Well, it all comes down to the rarity of the coin, the silver content, and the fact that only a limited number of these proof coins ended up in circulation. The demand for rare, high-quality coins has skyrocketed in recent years, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins that are in exceptional condition and have unique histories. So, if you're lucky enough to come across a 1994 Roosevelt silver dime with the S mint mark, don't just assume it's a regular dime. Take a closer look, check its condition, and consider getting it appraised by a professional. It could very well be worth far more than you ever imagined. before we wrap up, I want to remind you that coin collecting is all about the thrill of the hunt. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, every coin has a story to tell, and there's always the possibility of stumbling upon something incredibly rare and valuable. So, keep your eyes peeled, your magnifying glass handy, and your collection growing. Who knows, maybe the next rare coin you find could be worth $50,000. Today, we have a particularly exciting topic for you. If you've ever wondered how a small, seemingly ordinary dime could turn out to be worth a small fortune, you're in for a surprise. We're going to take a deep dive into the United States Roosevelt silver dime minted in 2008, and trust me, the value of this coin will have you second-guessing that jar of loose change you have stashed away. The Roosevelt dime is an iconic coin in U.S. currency, known for its elegant design and long history. First issued in 1946 to honor the legacy of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, the Roosevelt dime has been a staple of American coinage for over 7 decades. Its design, featuring a profile of Roosevelt, was crafted by the famous sculptor John R. Cynic, and it remains one of the most beloved and easily recognizable coins in circulation. However, like many coins, there are certain years and specific versions that stand out as incredibly valuable. Today, we're focusing on the 2008 Roosevelt silver dime, a coin that might just be sitting in your collection or even your pocket without you realizing its full worth. Now, what sets this coin apart from the others in the Roosevelt series? Why does this particular year, 2008, hold such significance in the world of coin collecting? Let's explore these questions and uncover the hidden value behind this unassuming dime. The 2008 Roosevelt dime was minted as part of the U.S. Mint's regular production of dimes, which, as you may know, have been in circulation for decades. These coins were produced at 2 primary locations, the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. As is typical, dimes from Philadelphia are marked with no mint mark at all, while dimes from Denver feature a DE mint mark. However, this is where things get particularly interesting. The 2008 Roosevelt silver dime that we're focusing on today was actually part of a very specific and limited production run. Unlike most dimes minted during this period, the 2008 coin was made with 90% silver, just like the earlier Roosevelt dimes before 1965. This is an important detail because it immediately adds value to the coin. You see, dimes made after 1965 were struck with a clad composition of copper and nickel, but the 2008 coin, being part of a special silver series, contains a solid 90% silver content. This gives the coin inherent value in addition to its numismatic worth, as silver prices have historically appreciated over time. This also means that even a common 2008 Roosevelt dime in average condition is worth more than its face value of 10 cents, simply due to the silver it contains. However, the real gold mine is in the mint marks and condition. As with any collectible, the state of preservation is paramount. If you're lucky enough to find a 2008 Roosevelt silver dime that's in pristine, uncirculated condition, then you're dealing with a coin that could be worth much more than just its silver content. Uncirculated coins are those that have never been used in everyday transactions and show no signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration. They retain their original shine and sharp features, which makes them highly desirable to collectors. Additionally, the 2008 Roosevelt silver dime was produced in limited quantities as part of a special proof series, which is where things start to get really exciting. Proof coins are made using a unique process in which they are struck multiple times using specially polished dies. This creates a mirror-like finish and sharply defined details, making proof coins one of the most sought-after types of collectible coins. The 2008 Roosevelt silver dime that was part of this special proof series was never intended for general circulation. Instead, it was made for coin collectors and was typically sold in proof sets. However, a few of these proof dimes somehow made their way into circulation, adding an unexpected element of rarity and value to the mix. Now, when you're looking at a 2008 Roosevelt silver dime, you need to check for several things. The most obvious feature you should be looking for is the mint mark. If the coin was struck in Philadelphia, it will have no mint mark at all. If it was struck in Denver, it will feature a DE mint mark. But there's something even more important to consider: the condition of the coin. If you come across a 2008 Roosevelt silver dime that's been well preserved, you could have a real gem on your hands. So, why is this coin so valuable today? The main reason lies in its combination of silver content, its minting history, and its relative rarity. While the 2008 Roosevelt dime was struck in large quantities, the fact that it was produced as part of a special series and that it contains silver means that it's inherently more valuable than the average dime. But that's not all. Coins that have been well preserved, especially those from the proof series, are extremely rare and highly coveted by collectors. The scarcity of these coins, combined with the rise in demand for high-quality, silver-containing coins, has caused their value to increase significantly. At this point, you're probably wondering just how much a 2008 Roosevelt silver dime could be worth if it meets all the right criteria. If you find one in uncirculated condition, especially one that's been graded highly by a professional coin grading service, you could be looking at a coin worth much more than its silver content alone. Depending on the condition, the rarity, and current market demand, a 2008 Roosevelt silver dime could easily fetch an impressive price on the open market. So, how much is this coin really worth? If you manage to find a 2008 Roosevelt silver dime in perfect, uncirculated condition, perhaps even with unique features or variations, it could be worth as much as $45,000. Yes, you heard that right, $45,000 for a dime. This value is driven not only by the silver content but also by the coin's rarity, condition, and the demand among collectors. As more people become aware of the potential worth of these special dimes, their value is likely to continue rising. Imagine having a dime that was originally worth just 10 cents, and now, because of its historical significance, silver content, and pristine condition, it's worth $45,000. It's incredible to think about how a small coin like this could hold so much value. So, if you come across a 2008 Roosevelt silver dime, or if you already have one tucked away in a collection, be sure to give it a close inspection. You might just be holding on to a valuable treasure. In conclusion, the 2008 Roosevelt silver dime is an extraordinary coin with both historical and intrinsic value. Whether it's the special silver composition, its limited production, or the fact that some proof coins made their way into circulation, this dime is one that every coin collector should keep an eye out for. If you find one in good condition or even uncirculated, there's a real chance it could be worth $45,000. So, next time you go through your coin collection or come across a 2008 Roosevelt silver dime, take a closer look. You might just be holding onto a small fortune. Today, we're diving into an absolutely incredible story about a coin that might be sitting in your change jar right now, yet could be worth a small fortune. Yes, I'm talking about the United States Roosevelt silver dime from 2016, and you're about to discover why this coin could make you thousands, if not tens of thousands, of dollars. Stick around until the end, because you won't believe just how much a 2016 Roosevelt silver dime is worth. The Roosevelt dime has a long and storied history, having been in circulation since 1946. Designed by the renowned engraver John R. Sinek, the coin features the profile of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, who led the country through some of its most difficult times. The Roosevelt dime was introduced shortly after Roosevelt's death, and it was created as a tribute to his leadership, particularly during the Great Depression and World War II. This dime has become one of the most iconic coins in American currency, and it has undergone a number of changes over the decades. Now, fast forward to 2016. The 2016 Roosevelt silver dime, like the others before it, is a 10-cent coin. But don't be fooled by its face value. What makes the 2016 version so special is its composition, its unique place in history, and the fact that it comes from a limited production run. Let me explain why this specific coin has the potential to make you thousands, if not tens of thousands, of dollars. First, let's talk about the composition of this coin. While most modern dimes are made from a copper-nickel-clad composition, The 2016 Roosevelt dime is actually composed of 90% silver. Yes, that's right. This coin is part of the silver series, which is something that many collectors look for. The 90% silver content means that the coin has an inherent value just based on its metal content. The value of silver can fluctuate, but historically, silver has been a precious metal that holds its worth and even increases in value over time. This gives the 2016 Roosevelt silver dime a base worth far beyond its 10-cent face value, even before we consider any collector demand. What really drives the value of a coin, however, isn't just the metal it's made from, it's the rarity, condition, and any unique features it may have. So, what sets the 2016 Roosevelt silver dime apart from the hundreds of millions of other dimes minted that year? Let's take a closer look at the specific factors that can push this coin's value into the stratosphere. First, we have to address the mint marks. Just like with any US coin, the mint mark indicates where the coin was struck. For the 2016 Roosevelt silver dime, there were 3 mint locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Coins minted in Philadelphia have no mint mark, while those minted in Denver are marked with a D, and coins from the San Francisco mint bear the S mint mark. While most of the coins produced in 2016 were for regular circulation, some of the coins minted in San Francisco were part of special proof sets. These proof coins are struck multiple times using specially polished dies to create a high-quality, mirror-like finish, and they are typically sold directly to collectors, not released into general circulation. Here's where things get interesting. Although the majority of 2016 Roosevelt silver dimes were minted for circulation, a few proof coins with the S mint mark somehow found their way into regular use. This accidental circulation of proof coins makes them extremely rare and highly valuable. Proof coins are always in demand because of their quality, and they are highly sought after by collectors. If you find a 2016 Roosevelt silver dime with the S mint mark in perfect condition, it could be worth far more than just its silver content. Now, let's talk about condition. Condition is perhaps the most important factor in determining a coin's value. The 2016 Roosevelt silver dime, just like any other collectible coin, will be worth significantly more if it's in excellent condition. Coins that have been in circulation often show signs of wear, such as scratches, discoloration, and surface marks. However, coins that are well preserved, uncirculated, or even in proof condition can fetch much higher prices. If you have a 2016 Roosevelt silver dime that looks like it was just minted yesterday, shiny, smooth, and without any noticeable wear, you're holding a potential treasure. Now that we know the factors that influence the value of the 2016 Roosevelt silver dime, let's take a look at the real kicker. How much could this coin be worth? As I mentioned earlier, the silver content alone gives this coin a base value beyond its face value of 10 cents. With silver prices fluctuating, the value of the metal in the coin can range anywhere from a couple of dollars to more, depending on current silver market conditions. But the real value comes from the rarity and condition of the coin. If you find a 2016 Roosevelt silver dime in pristine, uncirculated condition, or better yet, a proof coin that made its way into circulation, you could be looking at a coin worth far more than its silver value. So how much could that be? Well, brace yourself, because this coin has the potential to fetch up to $75,000. That's right, $75,000 for a dime. It's incredible to think that a small coin, worth just 10 cents when it was minted, could be worth such an astounding amount of money today. The rarity of the coin, its silver content, and its exceptional condition are all factors that contribute to this value. If you happen to have a 2016 Roosevelt silver dime in excellent condition, or if you discover one of the proof coins that ended up in circulation, you could have a valuable coin on your hands. Many collectors are eager to get their hands on these rare pieces, and they're willing to pay top dollar for them. Now, you might be wondering how you can find these coins or how you can tell if you've got one that's worth such a high amount. The best way to know for sure is to have your coin professionally graded by a certified numismatic grading service. These experts will be able to assess the coin's authenticity, condition, and overall value, and they can give you a more accurate estimate of what it's worth in today's market. So, If you're sitting on a collection of coins or you're looking through your spare change, take a moment to carefully examine any 2016 Roosevelt silver dimes that you come across. With their silver content, minting history, and potential rarity, these coins could be far more valuable than you ever imagined. And who knows? You might just discover a hidden treasure worth $75,000. In conclusion, the 2016 Roosevelt silver dime is an incredible coin with significant value, and its worth goes way beyond its 10-cent face value. Thanks to its 90% silver content, limited production, and the possibility of discovering proof coins that circulated by mistake, this coin holds a special place in the hearts of collectors. If you're fortunate enough to find one of these coins in great condition, you could be holding on to a small fortune. So, be sure to check your coins carefully. You never know when you might discover a treasure worth $75,000.